Aloha. This is Steph with Turtle Flow. Welcome to Yogi Tea Time. Episode 18. And today's topic is going to be yogic self-care. So please join me with your favorite tea or coffee for a high vibe conversation. So if you're new, please let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're new, especially, please say hello, either in the comments or in the live chat. And today's topic is yogic self-care. So I'm going to be sharing just some simple, natural self-care practices that's simple to do, just using your kitchen supplies that are pretty that's been practiced for thousands and thousands of years, like 5,000-year-old practices that's been tried and true. But as with anything, this is not a medical advice, so you must consult with your doctor before trying these. And every good practices, any yoga pose or any practices can be good for one person, but there's always I have a hard time saying this, contraindication. So I'll point out certain conditions that certain practices might not be good for, but I'm just calling these practices. But they're just supplements and cleansing technique using just simple kitchen natural supplies. So here's cheers to you, yogic tea time. If you're new to it, I do this every first Thursdays of the month. Just reminding you to take some afternoon break with your tea, with your coffee. And I cover a topic that I focus on, but this is interactive, so feel free to comment in the chat, live chat, or if you're watching this on replay, be sure you can still interact in the comments, and people reading the comments, or I will respond and answer any questions you might have or give you any support that you need. So here's cheers to you. Today I am drinking Dandelion Root. This is medicinal. It's good for liver. And it has a very deep, earthy taste. So it's good for liver cleansing, and this could be part of like Ayurvedic practice to drink medicinal herbal tea. So part of the practices that I'm going to be sharing is also from not just yogic, but it's intertwined with Ayurveda, which is a sister science of yoga. So I'm not an Ayurveda expert, but when you study yoga, oftentimes you will definitely get a hint of Ayurveda or intertwined practices that are intertwined with Ayurveda with your yoga education. So you get to learn a few things about Ayurveda when you're studying yoga. But you can go really deep into it, and you can also go see an Ayurveda practitioner, and they're natural holistic medicine based in ancient knowledge. And in Sanskrit, it means Ayur means life, Veda means science or knowledge. So some of the practices that I'll be sharing with you will be from the tradition of Ayurveda, which, again, a lot of yogis adapt these practices. And if you are interested in the subject, you can go deep into the study of Ayurveda on its own and also become an Ayurveda practitioner. So I hope you're doing well. Happy October. And if you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. And if you felt that the information I share in this video is helpful to you, and if you want to share this knowledge with anyone that you know that might benefit, please be sure to like and share. So liking the video helps the algorithm on YouTube to be shown to more people. So it's really helpful as an energy exchange to like, or if you have any questions, or if you want to also share your practices that you do that helps you, natural, holistic, to help you stay in your optimal health. And I'm also going to be sharing things that are boosting for your immune system. So first, let me know what coffee or tea you're drinking today. So that's you can write in the comments, and if you're not joining with any coffee or tea, that's perfectly fine, and you can watch this at your own leisure. That's convenient for you. That's why the replay is available. And the coffee and tea could be just your favorite that you want to share. And all that I'm sharing today, including the dandelion tea, none of them are sponsors. I just want to let you know these are not sponsored products. So first practice I'm going to share with you is this is from Ayurveda, tongue scraper. So oddly, I got this at my dentist several years ago, right when I was learning about. So coincidentally, again, nothing is coincidence, but I got this tongue scraper, and it has these kind of tooth-like edges. If you can see. I think you can see better like that. Yeah, see tooth-like edges. So what you do is you make a little round circle like this. That's why the handles are there. And after I brush my teeth, I stick my tongue out, and then you scrape very gently. And make sure you wash and with warm water and soap after each use. And what it does is it gets, especially first thing in the morning, it gets rid of all the buildup that's on your tongue, which is all the detoxification that comes from your body overnight. So you get to just scrape it away. So it helps to detoxify your body and keeps you healthy, and also gets rid of like bad breath. And you can do this evening and night, but make sure that you make sure you wash with warm water after each use. And the next thing I'm going to share is lemon. So you can drink, I usually cut the lemon in half, and I use about half of lemon, and you squeeze with the room temperature water, and it creates alkaline. It's a great way to alkalize your body, and part of healing is to keep your body more alkaline than acidic. So especially if you eat a lot of acidic food, and if you have any if you have a lot of acidity in your body, this helps to alkalize your body. So even though it's a sour citrus, the properties of lemon juice helps to alkalize. So that's really good to do first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And then just throughout the day, I also drink ginger tea, especially in the winter season. So we're going into October this month. We're in October this month and going into the winter season soon. So this helps with digestion and keeping and preventing you from catching a cold, or it helps to recover from cold faster. So what I do is I wash and peel the ginger, and I cut about like this thick, little round slices, and I put about this much in a big teapot filled with water, and boil for at least 15 minutes. And then you can drink it with squeezed lemon and honey if you want it sweeter, or you can do it without honey. So ginger is really good. Also cinnamon stick, you can add this to your water and drink it. And what it does is or you can put it in a hot water. And what it does is it creates a very holiday feel. And some people don't like cinnamon because it has like really strong spice. But it also, what it's really great for is to regulate your blood sugar level. So you can even put like one stick in a big glass jar of water overnight and drink it, and then it'll have like some sweetness to it. But it really helps to level your blood sugar. And another practice to do before brushing your teeth is coconut oil, organic, unrefined, or virgin coconut oil for oil pulling. And what that does is it helps to clear out all the bacteria from your mouth and keep your teeth whiter and healthy. So for you to do the oil pulling, just take about a big tablespoon of coconut oil, or you can do it with sesame oil, but not the toasted sesame oil, just a regular cold pressed organic sesame oil. And you just swish it in your mouth for about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure you don't swallow. So you can do that first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth. And when you spit it out, a lot of people spit it out in the sink, but it's actually, it can clog your plumbing, your pipes. So it's better to just, I usually just spit it out in a empty, like almond milk carton or things like that, and then just throw it out in the trash with the tight container. So that's oil pulling. So that's another Ayurvedic practice for in the winter or even in the summertime. Epsom salt. You can do Epsom salt bath, Epsom salt foot soak. Or if you don't like to get that hot, if you don't like soaking your feet or taking a bath, if you're not a bath person, you can just make a scrub, mixing the salt with some coconut oil or olive oil and some essential oils. And my favorite for that is grapefruit oil, essential oil. And that's really good for uplifting, especially when you feel down. If you want to just relax, then lavender oil. So I have a video on essential oil, all the different ways to use it. So essential oils are the essence of the plant that has all the healing properties. You can do aromatherapy. It has an aromatherapeutic healing effect. And it really is great when you take Epsom salt bath. So you can just do Epsom salt bath with baking soda and just 2 cups of Epsom salt and maybe half a cup of baking soda in a big hot tub. And if you're going to add some scent with essential oil, you can, it's nice to also do rose oil or geranium if you want to have that more connect with the love energy frequency, or just feel that feminine, divine feminine. But whichever oil that you use, you want to put about 25 drops all together, and you can just use one type of essential oil, or sometimes you can use combination that works. So a nice one is like vanilla and lavender, or you can do lavender and orange, straight up grapefruit essential oil is good. Another one is frankincense and lavender. So those are great ways to detoxify. And also water is a energy conduct. So you can do visualization, and it really helps to gratitude meditation while you're relaxing in a bath. And that really helps to amplify the energy of the affirmations that you're putting in to manifest your intentions. Another great thing about Epsom salt, it helps you to sleep. So anytime, and you want to, if you're doing the bath, you want to soak for about 20 minutes or so. And it helps to detoxify. And the magnesium sulfate, it helps to really relax. And it really helps with sore muscles after a workout, if you have soreness from working out. And it really helps to relax and sleep. So it's nice to do that in the evening. And you'll have a really good night's sleep, especially if you're having a hard time sleeping. And same with foot soak. You can just soak your feet. So if you're soaking your feet, you would use less salt and less oil. But you can just soak your feet for about 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll still get the same results or effect. So that's the Epsom salt. And so all these are just recommendations and stuff that's very easy to do that has really helped me. And especially if you're vegan, if you've been on a vegan diet, spirulina is a must. This really helps with all the nutrients that you need. And you can do it, you can make a shake with this, but let me see. If you make a shake with the powder form, it really tastes like the sea. And if you can't get over the taste, then the pill form is good. But the powder is always better absorbed by the body. But if it's really hard to deal with the taste, then you can definitely just do the pill form. And I took about 4 or 6 per day. And another great healing is turmeric. So you can use turmeric and honey and plain yogurt, mix it to make facial for skincare. And you can also just sprinkle it in anything you can. And turmeric is the queen of healer. So I just use a powder, but it also looks like a very orange ginger. So you can buy turmeric as a root form, fresh. You can also make shake with it. But my favorite way of taking turmeric is to add to, I make like a garbanzo bean tuna. It's like a tuna salad sandwich, but instead of tuna, I use garbanzo beans. And I like to add turmeric to it. And in Ayurveda, and in Yogic community, we use kachari, which is based on turmeric and all these other very healing spices that you make, kachari. That's really good for digestion and good for overall. You can even, in India, they even use it as baby food, or anytime you need to heal from anything you're getting over, any ailments. Kachari is a really good healing food. It's almost like a porridge, but with all these amazing Indian spices. But turmeric is the main. And the best form, the most yummiest form of turmeric is golden milk. So what you do is you make warm milk, add a lot of turmeric, and it'll turn into a nice golden yellow color, bright yellow color. And anytime you take turmeric, you want to make sure that there's some form of fat, coconut oil, like a good fat. So coconut oil is good. And you want to also use a little bit of black pepper. and that activates the chemical in turmeric that is the most potent and healing. And golden milk. So you want to add a little bit of black pepper. And you can also add like cinnamon, cardamom, star of anise. There's different recipes, but the basic is just any type of milk. It could be almond milk, or if you drink regular milk, organic, grass-fed milk. It could be hemp milk, and you just warm it, mix it with turmeric, a little bit of pepper, black pepper. And then the other additions, you can add other additions. And then if you want to make it sweet, you can add honey. And there are a lot of recipes on YouTube that you probably can find. So you can drink a cup of that in the evening or in the morning. And you can even make a latte if you foam it. Blend it to create foam. Create foam, not form. Foam. And also, this is just common knowledge for keeping your immune system up, and it's just to take vitamin C. So my favorite way to take vitamin C right at the moment is camu camu in a powder form, and just eat a lot of fruit that has vitamin C. But camu camu is said to have the most vitamin C, and the powder just goes straight into your body, can take the powder form and absorb it a lot faster. And lastly, so I'm going over really fast. So again, do what resonates to you, what calls to you. When you hear about these practices, you might be called to one or not the other. So just tune into what feels right for you. You always want to tune in and check in with yourself. And that's what's going to help you find what's right for you. Your body knows, your intuition is your best guide for figuring out what's right for you. And make sure that if you have any allergies to any of these items that I'm sharing, you can always make sure that you know that if you're allergic to something, that you avoid it, which is common sense, of course. And then lastly, this is Neti Pot. So this is an ancient Ayurvedic practice, and it looks like a little teapot. So with this version, the traditional Neti Pot is made of ceramic, but nowadays you can find this in like CVS, Whole Foods, different brands, and it's just plastic, like a genie shaped, little teapot shaped item. And it comes with salt packets, and you just want to fill the water to like about, if you follow the instruction in the box, for this one you fill the water to about this height and mix the salt. And there's one package that you just put in. Then once you're done with it, you can buy the package of salt. But what I do is it also comes with the spoon. So that helps to measure. Then all you can do is just use a organic fine grained salt. And what I did with that is you gotta make sure that, so you want to make sure you mix it really well. So you create that warm salt water. And what you have to do is you have to hold your breath when you're doing it. And you do one nostril at a time. So you would bend over your sink. So you're kind of horizontal and you tilt one way. And you stick this inside one nostril. You have to make sure you're like this. You can't be upright. Otherwise, it's going to go into your throat. And you don't want to be too upside down because then it's going to go towards your head. So you want to be horizontal like this. Tilt your head. And then put the tip in one nostril. Hold. Make sure, again, you're going to be angle like this, horizontal. And then it's going to go in one nostril, come out the other nostril. And you just hold until whatever the half filled is empty. And then you want to make sure after each side that you wash the tip with warm water and soap. And you fill it up to the half part again. Or whichever neti pot you get, it's going to tell you how far to fill the water. So then you put the salt again, mix it really well, and then do the other side. So make sure you tilt like this, and then put it in one end, out the other. And the key is that you don't breathe and you just let it flow. And once you do that, like all the stuff from your sinus is going to come out and it really cleanses your whole sinus. So it's great for when there's, if you have allergies to like hay fever season, changing of season, a lot of allergies can come. Helps to prevent cold or help you get over cold. Also good for sinus infection. Again, you want to consult with your doctor. And you can also mix it. None of these practices are to replace any Western therapies or treatments you're getting from your primary doctor or specialist. So this is not to knock the Western medicine, and it could enhance and complement to help you heal faster. And it could also be very therapeutic on its own if you just want to have a natural care. And this is a way to just maintain optimal health and prevent. It's more of a preventative, so you don't get sick in the first place. The key with Neti Pot, and then you want to wash it really well after. One thing you want to make sure is that you don't just use faucet water. You want it to be warm water, but not from the faucet. You want it to be either you can lightly boil filtered water, or you can use alkaline water. If you have warm water that's already filtered, you can use that. But it's really important that you don't use any tap water for this. And after you do it, you want to stay upright for at least 2 hours so the whole sinus area can dry out. And if you're using it in conjunction with nasal spray, if you have sinus infection, you can use a nasal spray, wait about 30 minutes, and then you can do the Neti Pot, or about like an hour apart. You only need to do it like once a day. And when you have like severe condition, you can up it to twice a day, but no more than that. And as a maintenance, I do it about once a week now. But if I have something going on, then I will do it every day until the symptoms are gone. Another thing is you want to make sure that you don't lie down for at least 2 hours after you do this. You want to stay upright. I think I already mentioned that, but that's very important. And you don't want to, the last time you do it, the latest you would want to do it is before the sun goes down. So you don't want to do it at nighttime before bed or anything like that, because you want this whole area to dry up right after you do it. And again, a lot of stuff that you didn't even thought was there is going to come out. So you want to be very gentle when you blow the nose. If you blow your nose too hard, you could also like hurt your ear. And that pretty much wraps everything up. I went by everything pretty fast, so because I didn't want this video to get too long. So if you have any other practices that you do, natural holistic self-care, then please share either in the comments or in the live chat if you're joining live. If you have any questions, since I went by everything fast, let me know. And I try to keep it very simple. And if you want to get more in depth into it, then feel free to do your own research now that you know about these things. And, in the Ayurveda section, there's so many things, other practices, depending on your constitution. You can go to your Ayurveda practitioner and get diagnosed or evaluated to see what your constitution is, which is there's 3 constitutions that we make up of. And it's to keep balance. So those are the Kapha, Vata, and Pitta, which are related to elements. Kapha is water, Vata is wind, air, and Pitta is fire. So we always want to balance it depending on your constitution. There's diets and practices that's recommended, foods to avoid, that helps you to maintain the balance. So there's so much more other practices of Ayurveda that you can just research and learn and maybe incorporate. And if you find the ones that's really helped you, feel free to share. And if you've never practiced what I'm recommending here, and if you've tried it and it helped you, feel free to share the results with it, also in the comments. So I'm sending you lots of love and enjoy the rest of your October. I'll be back with the next yogic tea time next month, beginning 1st Thursday of November. Until then, if you want to join my email list, you can go to turtleflowyoga.com. When you sign up, you will receive a downloadable yoga nidra practice for love. You can also connect with me on Instagram at turtleflowyoga. And if you have any requests for topics you would like me to cover during in future yogic tea time, please feel free to put the request. And if you ever want to join me, if you see any topic that you want to contribute, and you can always comment to join me as a panel guest, and we can actually have a conversation. So I wish you amazing rest of your Thursday weekend. And Halloween is not my favorite. Not a big Halloween person, but sometimes it's fun to dress up and go to Halloween parties and stuff. But since we're still kind of in that pandemic era, so I hope you have a safe and fun Halloween, whatever you decide to do. And if you have a brilliant costume that you're planning on having for Halloween, feel free to share what your costume is also in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe and share this video with anyone that might benefit from it. And as always, I'm sending you lots of Reiki love for health and high vibration. And go within and find your inner sparkle. Thank you. Aloha.